Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Young and the Restless spoilers Friday, September 13. Pushing buttons, interesting proposition, revenge on the brain. Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Friday, September 13 indicate some explosive moments as fans head into the weekend. One character pushes an enemy's buttons, while someone has an interesting proposition for their ex, and another has revenge on their mind. What kind of drama is set to unravel on Friday? Time to find out. Y&R spoilers for Friday, September 13 suggest that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, will play some mind games and push Diane Jenkins Abbott's, Susan Walters' buttons. The moustache will likely pour salt in the wound over Diane's broken relationship with Kyle Abbott, Michael Miller, and also hint that her son is now working with him. While Victor is keeping his role in Glissade under wraps, he knows that Diane knows he owns the cosmetics company and will probably rub it in. Will Diane allow him to get the better of her? Across town, Y&R spoilers for Friday, September 13 reveal that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, acquired some interesting information this week when her daughter, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, filled her in on what was going on at Abbott Chancellor. Not only has Chancellor Connor Floyd quit, but Lily Winters, Crystal Cowell, was fired, which means Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, could use a hand at the organization. Across town, Y&R spoilers for Friday, September 13 reveal that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, acquired some interesting information this week when her daughter, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, filled her in on what was going on at Abbott Chancellor. Not only has Chancellor Connor Floyd quit, but Lily Winters, Crystal Cowell, was fired, which means Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, could use a hand at the organization. Lastly, Y&R spoilers for Friday hint Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, will have revenge on the brain. Kyle threw her under the bus to Victor recently, and during the Thursday, September 12 show, the moustache called her out on telling Nate Hastings, seen Dominic, that he was Glissade's secret investor. Added teasers imply that Audra will plot her revenge against Kyle during Friday's show, but could this end up backfiring on her? What storyline are you most interested in seeing on Friday's show? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily to catch all the drama and visit SOS for the best Young and the Restless news, updates, and spoilers. On Friday, September 13, the Young and the Restless gears up for a day filled with high-stakes drama, emotional confrontations, and a revenge plan that could change everything. The residents of Geno City are on edge, and as the tension builds, it seems that some familiar faces are about to push each other's buttons in all the wrong or right ways. Nikki's interesting proposition. Nikki Newman has never been one to back down from a challenge, and today is no exception. She's been carefully watching the business landscape of Geno City, and something about the recent corporate moves has caught her attention. More than that, she's come up with a plan, one that could shake things up at Newman Enterprises and secure her place even more firmly in Victor's inner circle. Nikki's got an interesting proposition in mind, but it's not for her husband. This time, she sets her sights on an unlikely ally, Adam. The estranged Newman son has always been a wild card, and his recent actions have only deepened the divide between him and the rest of the family. But Nikki knows better than anyone that Adam is sharp, calculating, and above all, hungry for power. She also knows that a man like Adam can be reasoned with, if the terms are right. She invites Adam to the ranch under the pretext of reconciliation. He's suspicious, of course. Years of family drama have taught him to never trust a Newman offering an olive branch. But curiosity gets the better of him, and he arrives at the ranch, ready to hear Nikki out. "I'm not here to mend fences," Nikki says, her voice steady but her eyes gleaming with intent. "I'm here to talk business." Adam raises an eyebrow, intrigue. He's used to Nikki being Victor's loyal supporter, but something in her tone tells him she's not acting on Victor's behalf this time. "What do you want, Nikki?" Adam's voice is laced with skepticism, but there's a flicker of interest. Nikki leans forward, lowering her voice as if she's revealing a secret. "I want us to work together. There's an opportunity coming up at Newman Enterprises, one that could benefit both of us. You want a seat at the table, don't you?" Adam's silence speaks volumes. Nikki knows she's struck a nerve. Adam's desire to be recognized as a legitimate Newman has been driving him for years, and now she's offering him a potential path back in. But Adam isn't one to jump into deals without weighing the risks. He studies Nikki's face, searching for any hint of deceit. "What's in it for you?" he asks, always the strategist. Nikki smiles, her eyes gleaming with satisfaction. "Let's just say I'm tired of Victor calling all the shots." Phyllis has revenge on the brain. Across town, Phyllis Summers is on a warpath. After being double-crossed one too many times, she's done playing the victim. This time, she's out for blood, and her target is none other than Billy Abbott. Billy's been skating on thin ice ever since his latest downward spiral, and Phyllis has had enough. She's always been one to hold a grudge, and after everything Billy has put her through, she's ready to make him pay. Phyllis has been quietly gathering intel on Billy's recent missteps, including his shady dealings at Jabot. She knows he's vulnerable right now, especially with his relationship with Lily hanging by a thread. And while Phyllis is no stranger to personal vendettas, this time, she's thinking bigger. This isn't just about getting back at Billy for the personal wrongs. This is about dismantling his career, his reputation, and his entire life. Phyllis enlists the help of her tech-savvy daughter, Summer, who's more than willing to assist in her mother's plan. Summer's been keeping tabs on Billy for a while now, and she's uncovered some juicy information that could spell the end of his time at Jabot. But Phyllis knows she can't act too quickly. She needs to play her cards right. A public scandal would be too easy to dismiss, and Billy has a way of bouncing back from even the most damaging situations. No, Phyllis wants something more permanent, something that will leave Billy with nothing. As she plots her next move, Phyllis can't help but feel a thrill of excitement. This is what she does best, turning the tables on those who think they've bested her. And when she's done with Billy, there won't be anything left for him to salvage. Nate and Elena pushing buttons. Meanwhile, things are heating up between Nate Hastings and Elena Dawson. Ever since Elena returned to Geno City, there's been an undeniable tension between her and Nate, one that's only intensified with each passing day. Nate's been trying to focus on his relationship with Victoria, but Elena's presence has thrown him off balance. Elena, too, finds herself drawn to Nate in ways she didn't expect. The two share a complicated history, and despite their best efforts to move on, the chemistry between them is undeniable. They've been pushing each other's buttons for weeks now, and today things finally come to a head. Nate tries to avoid Elena, focusing on his work at Newman Enterprises, but when she shows up unexpectedly at the office, he can't help but feel the pull. They exchange a few terse words, each trying to mask their true feelings, but it's no use. The more they argue, the more the sparks fly. "You're still the same, Nate," Elena says, her voice tinged with frustration. "You think you can just move on and forget everything that happened, but you can't." "Not really." Nate clenches his jaw, trying to keep his emotions in check. "I have moved on, Elena. Maybe you should try doing the same." But they both know it's a lie. The tension between them is electric, and in that moment they realize that the harder they try to push each other away, the closer they get. As the day comes to a close, Geno City is left reeling from the day's events. Nikki's proposition hangs in the balance, Phyllis' revenge plan is set in motion, and Nate and Elena are left questioning their true feelings. With so many lives intersecting in unexpected ways, it's only a matter of time before everything comes crashing down, and when it does, no one will be left unscathed.